Hopefully it will. Anybody out there in La La Land can see me. Looks like TBS Couch Show's live on YouTube, so that is good. And we will wait and see if we get some chat, some folks in here. What we're going to be doing today is installing a Crossfire NANO receiver onto the CL Racing F4. And we're also going to be installing a Unify and setting those up so that they're basically so that you can communicate to the Unify with smart audio directly. Let's see, what's up, the FPV Life? How's it going? So it looks like we do have a little bit of chat action. Where are you guys from? Let me know. Are you on Facebook? Are you on YouTube? Tell me where you're at, because this is all new to us, so we're trying some new stuff here. While I wait for your guys' replies, I'm going to go ahead and get unpack-a-lacking. Hope everybody's having a good day. What's up, Steven? What's up, Vampire? What's up, RD? YouTube. Are you on my YouTube or on the Team Black Sheep YouTube? Facebook, says Troy. Sweet. So it's working on, I'm assuming, my Facebook. And I know it's working on the Team Black Sheep YouTube. Thanks, FPV Life. It's actually getting ready to change. We just closed on a new house, and so I'm going to be moving soon. Excited and scared at the same time because I'm so used to this office and this background that I really don't know what I'm going to do with myself. So to get started here, we've got our CL Racing F4. I've got it in our trusty little vise here. I am going to put a little bit of flux across the VTX signal, VTX positive and negative, TX4, RX4, 5 volt and ground, which are all right here. See if I can get it to, there we go. Right there above the ESC pads, that line right there. So a lot of people may or may not understand what I was saying. Let me expand on it a little bit. With the Crossfire Nano receiver and the Unify, you can actually hook those up to each other directly. And so you don't have to go through the flight controller at all with the smart audio. You can go directly from the Nano to, or excuse me, should I say from the Unify to the Nano onto channel 4, and you can get smart audio in your transmitter on your Lewis scripts without having to even mess with the flight controller if you choose. So that's something that I've had a lot of questions on how to do it, and we're going to try to get it going today. So I'm going to put a little bit of flux on these pads and tin them. You guys will bear with me just a second while I flux it up here. Yeah, I said flux it up. Ace, what's good, buddy? And let's get our soldering iron on. For those of you that know my speed of build, which is generally pretty slow to be frank, for me to already have the soldering iron on is a great thing. So let's see. What's holding your FC? This is actually a small, it's made by Haus, same company that makes soldering irons, and it's called an Omni Vise. It's basically a little, like a vice grip with rubber in here. And so you can put a flight controller or other sensitive electronics in there. And when you crank down on it, it's just got rubber on both sides, so it's not going to mess anything up, hopefully, on your flight controller and your components. Super awesome little handy little device. I think they run around 60 bucks. They're not cheap, but they're heavy. I mean, this thing's like a brick. Alright, so our soldering iron is heating up. One other thing I'm going to need to do, guys, is remove the 5 volt, 9 volt jumper. I'm using the Unify 5 volt, and so we're going to need the 5 volt selection there. So we'll also do that. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and do that first before I forget about it. A bit of solder wick. Take care of that. Yeah, Ace, it is. It's specifically made for that, for holding boards, and it's a really awesome little tool. Guys, bear with me here for just a second. I'm going to get this jumper soldered. Maybe, anyway. Yeah, Ace, I think you can get those from like a Mauser or an online electronic supply house. There we go. Got our 5-volt jumper. Now we'll go ahead and tin up our other pads. It's all good, RD. Don't stress it, buddy. There we go. Alright, so that entire bottom line there that I tinned up is what you're going to use for your Unify and your Crossfire Nano. I really like that specific design on the CLF4, how they've got everything kind of in that line there. So, let's start with our Unify here. What's up, Corey? How's it going, brother? Oh, sorry, didn't mean to hit the mic there, guys. We have our trusty 5-volt Unify, a little bit of shrink, a little bit of heat transfer, and of course our wire harness. Another quick little tip, guys, when you get your Unify or your harness, I like to plug my cable in, and then when I go to cut it, I won't accidentally cut the wrong end off. Wonder how I know that, right? So, in this case, we're just going to go ahead and trim this side. We won't need the plug. I am going to leave my wires pretty long because I'm not really sure what build this will go into. I think it's going to replace FC I've got acting up for a customer, but I'm not 100% sure. So, when you trim your leads, you want to trim just enough, if possible, so that it will fit in the pad. Yeah, buddy. Don't leave a lot of excessive wire, if possible, when you're soldering. Oh, okay, buddy. Well, we can go to McDonald's and get you a Happy Meal when Daddy's done his stream, okay? You guys bear with me. I might have to jump back over to the little man here. What's up, Dennis Lee? How are you? Vampire, I know, man. I didn't run into you at Rampage either. I was looking forward to that. Yeah, Liam, you can come talk. Liam wants to come say hi to you guys. Here you go. Say hello.
Hello.
Wave to him.
But I don't see him anywhere. I don't see him anywhere. I don't see him anywhere, Daddy.
Okay, buddy. Just keep looking there. I've got to check something on my my back end here. Trappy, I got your message on the back end. Let me see. Of course, I've got a handful at the same time. Okay. Put it public. Go to profile, click the two dudes icon and set to public. Trappy, I'm not 100% sure where you're talking about. For this one, we'll probably just have to ride with it. Let me get him settled and I'll be right back, guys. Talk amongst yourselves if you don't mind. Come on, buddy. Get out back in bed, okay? Alright. Sorry about that, guys. What's up, buddy? Hey, what are you talking about as far as public? Mm-hmm. No. Oh, I got you. Save video, edit post. Maybe edit post? Okay. Negative. Now it won't even let me do that. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. Two dudes. Got it. I got it. Public. Boom. Okay. Cool. Everything else look okay? Sweet. Alright, brother. Bye. Alright, thanks for your patience, guys. Trappy and I just wanted to get that Facebook post public instead of just to my friends. So, thanks for your patience. Another cool thing you guys will like about this little vise, you can actually take wires. It'll hold your wires like that too, so you can tin them up. Take a little flux and put them on there too. I've never been a huge flux person until recently. I got a new kind of flux, and it is phenomenal. It's called Burnley Solder Paste. It's amazing. So I can recommend that out there to anybody looking for what kind of flux to buy. It's been very, very handy for me. Yeah, I know, Traps. This thing is seriously the bomb. This little vise. Okay, so now that we know we've got our right plug in, we can unplug our deal there and just solder up. Got signal first. Bit of a mess on the tip there. Negative. Our positive. And you actually want to leave your smart audio wire loose. That's the trick we're doing today. So that takes care of that. Now we'll go with our Unify Nano, or excuse me, Crossfire Nano. Also, Traps, thanks for switching these over to silicone, bro. Honestly, it's the CL Racing F4S, but is the version 1.5, and they've changed it a little bit. It's got a little bit of a different plug, some different outputs on the pin header for the 4-in-1 ESCs, I think. And I think they're even coming out with another one now after that, too, so we will see. So we got our same goodies in here. We got our Nano RX, our heat shrink, and some extra wiring. Silicone, of course. Thanks for that. This is going to be the newer version. So we've got our ground with our square, the universal ground symbol, right, Trappies? The square on there. Did it freeze up, guys? If you can hear me even. Showing I'm still streaming on this end, but let me know. let me know, guys. No freeze here, says Khalil. Thank you, buddy. Tony, what's going on? How are you? We're just installing right now some wires on a Crossfire Nano RX. I'm going to repeat my tinning process and use my little vise here for that as well. One side of the harness, or the wires that they include, is already pre-tinned and perfect for the little pads there. So I make sure when I do this that I'm kind of stripping off on the blank side, and I'm going to use that for my through hole connections on the Nano receiver. I'll leave the little short side that's already ready for the pads on the CL Racing board. Another one of those little tips that can make life a little easier when it's time to do the things. A bit of flux. What's going on, Exhilarating? How are you, brother? Okay, those are tinned up. Pop our Nano RX back in. Here's our ground. Our 5 volts. Going to be RX side. What's up, Kenny? How are you, brother? Long time no see. And then our TX wire. Gotta love the internet today's age, guys. I had an issue there at the beginning of the stream, and Trappy was able to communicate to me on text, and then quick phone call. We got it all sorted. It's one of those beauties of modern day technology, in my opinion. Thanks for that, Traps. Let's see. Do your thing, Ace. Alright, so trim these up real quick. Okay, so we've got our ground, 5 volts, RX and TX. We're going to go ahead, and this is the secret, guys. You're going to take your smart audio lead from the Unify, and you're going to put it right there, which is channel 4. Of course, pinouts and all this good stuff can be found at teamblacksheep.com. But that one connection is the trick. It's going to allow you to go from the Unify to the Nano directly. Aluminum looking thing on the bottom. Talking about this? Sino? It's a vise, bro, and it's super handy. It's a little cheap, or not too cheap, but it's awesome, to say the least. And now we're gonna wire up our final wires on our Crossfire. So bear with me just a second. Got our ground on the far side. Five volts next. Next will be our RX. And then our TX. Okay. Click our soldering iron off. So I'm going to do a quick overview of our connections here, guys. And then I will show you on my transmitter what ends up happening. So, got your flight controller board. You've got your power and ground from the flight controller to the VTX. Also your signal, obviously, from the VTX. Your smart audio lead you want to take separately and go over here to channel 4 on your Crossfire Nano RX. And then you just wire the Crossfire Nano RX up as normal, TX RX 5 volts ground. And when you do it this way, instead of having to go into your Betaflight OSD menu and switch around for your smart audio, I will show you what you can do. Oh, hush. Which is it? Don't worry, guys. I'll get it to where you can see it. Okay. Okay. See if you guys can see this. I want to make sure you guys get to see this part. So this is your SD card menu where you select your Betaflight Lewis scripts or your Crossfire Lewis scripts. You're going to select Crossfire. Of course, it'll come up with the TX. Come on, I know I can get there. We go. Okay, so you guys can see it. There's our TX. I'm going to plug in our quad over here. Now you'll see our Nano RX. And if I select the Nano RX, you can see right there, hopefully, you guys can make that out, VTX, band, and channel. And so right there inside of your Crossfire menu, you now can adjust the settings, race 5, say you want 25 milliwatts, whatever, boom, boom, right there inside of your Lewis scripts for your Crossfire, and you don't have to go into the Betaflight menu at all. You can find instructions, of course, on maybe your particular flight controllers online, etc. But that's what we did today, guys. I highly recommend it. It makes changing channels, changing power output, all that type of stuff a breeze at the field. Definitely worth looking up to. So if you haven't done that already, maybe check it out. And I'm randomfpv for Team Black Sheep. I just want to thank everybody for stopping in. Really appreciate it. This is the first kind of little repair type tip episode thing we're doing here. So hopefully if you liked it, let us know. Hit that thumbs up, comment, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. And thank you. We really appreciate it. I'm randomfpv for Team Black Sheep.